home duel right on the big DC. There'll be a mat. There'll be the spotlight.
There's that big spotlight.
I think there's going to be a hot rod appearance tonight, too. And we got the Dodge City Wrestling Association Hall of Fame duel tonight with Colby.
That sounds like a lot of excitement.
Mr. Hansen, did I hear that there might be food tonight? That's right. Hey, if you're in the student section sitting right over here by 6:45, you get some free McDonald's if you show up to the wrestling duel tonight.
That's right. Eagle Burgers being served tonight. So be here for that wrestling action, kicking off our winter sports season here at home. Eagle Burgers. Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun. Are we ready? You know, the pep rally is not always just about our athletes.
That's exactly right.
We have a very special presentation. Mr. Nedler, it's all you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk about a lady who's a teacher here at Dodge City High School, and I want you to pay close attention to this, because there are a few things to say, and this is a big, big deal. Shannon Ralph, who is, go ahead, make a big cheer, I'll say it again. Shannon Ralph! Those of you that have been in her classes, you know that she is one heck of a critter, because she says that all the time. Shannon Ralph, Dodge City High School biology teacher, was named the 2015 Kansas Teacher of the Year during ceremonies in Wichita on Saturday, November 22nd. Interim Commissioner, go ahead, applaud. You need to. Interim Commissioner of Education, Brad Nusswander, made the announcement before a gathering of approximately 400 education officials, corporate leaders, and state policymakers. I could not be more thrilled to present this award to Mrs. Ralph. Interim Commissioner Nusswander said, "She has clearly demonstrated her ability to innovate, lead, and inspire both within and outside the classroom. Thanks to her passion for the sciences and her ability to really connect with her students, Mrs. Ralph has substantially increased Dodge City students' interest in science, learning, and serves as a powerful role model for STEM's career." Among her honors, Mrs. Ralph was named Kansas Master Teacher by Emporia State University in 2008 and received the Wolf Teaching Excellence Award from the University of Kansas in 2014. She spent 2 summers working at the University of Kansas in the Research Experience for Teachers program and has presented at several national conferences, including the National Science Teacher Association Conference and the National Association of Biology Teacher Conference. Andy Martinez, a science instructor at Dodge City High School, writes, "Perhaps the best way to explain Mrs. Ralph's role as an educator is to say that she is a spark. Her passion for science and learning is evident as soon as you step in the door to her room, and it's incredibly contagious. She uses her boundless energy to ensure her students and that they feel very confident about what they're doing, and they're successful in their learning. Mrs. Ralph can convince even the most reluctant of students that biology really, really rocks." When asked why she chose to reach students through teaching, Ralph explains, "I'm crazy in love with this profession. I do not tire of teenagers. I am energized by them. I do not work with coworkers. I work with colleagues who inspire me. I am not drained by teaching a concept until students understand it. I am fueled when a light bulb turns on for them." As the 2015 Kansas Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Ralph will receive the following: a $4,000 cash award from Security Benefit, which she'll sign over to me. No, she won't. She'll keep it herself. A $6,750 educational technology package from Smart Technologies, ULC of Canada. a lifelong learning scholarship, this is a great one, to attend participating universities free of charge as long as she continues teaching in Kansas. The Hubbard Foundation Kansas Teacher of the Year ambassadorship to cover the expenses during her travels throughout the state to fulfill her Teacher of the Year responsibilities. She will also receive the use of a rental car for her Kansas Teacher of the Year travel. And finally, a Kansas Teacher of the Year ring that is provided by Jostens. Ladies and gentlemen, will you get on your feet? And as we make a special presentation here, will you please applaud Mrs. Ralph out here to this stage. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mrs. Ralph, the Kansas Teacher of the Year 2015. Now hold on, we've got something that's unfurled here.
Hey guys, just so you know, this is one of the coolest things ever that we do for athletics. And if we're going to showcase our varsity athletes, our seniors, then I think we should showcase our staff.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Ralph!
Hey, Mrs. Ralph, give me just a second, okay? First of all, guys, just so you know, Mrs. Ralph, as far as I can find, and I've looked at all the research that I can find in districts, so if I'm wrong here, I'm sure somebody will let me know. Mrs. Ralph is the only Kansas Teacher of the Year from Dodge City, from our district. So that is a huge, huge piece for us. We do, however, today have another Kansas Teacher of the Year who was named in 1989, who now works in our district. Judy Biddles Miller, I don't know where you're at, but if you would wave for us, please. Over here in the corner. She was named a Kansas Teacher of the Year in 1989 when she was working for the Derby School District, but she now works in our school district. And lastly, before I turn the mic over to Mrs. Ralph, I was one of the 400 people in the room the evening that Mrs. Ralph was named Kansas Teacher of the Year. And I will tell you what was really cool about it is I think everybody from Dodge City who was there knew she was going to win. I think her kids knew she was going to win. I think that her parents knew she was going to win. But more importantly, we were all so happy for her. And the biggest piece before I left that evening, I had 3 people, not from Dodge City, come up to me and say, this will change Dodge City High School forever. Because Mrs. Ralph is going to be away from us more than she'll be with us next semester. She will represent herself, the Kansas Teacher of the Year program, our school district, Dodge City High School, as she visits other school districts in the state, as she makes presentations in front of the legislature, in front of university students that are going to be teachers in the future. She will spend the majority of her second semester out traveling throughout the state of Kansas, and in April, she will make a trip to Washington, D.C., because she is in the running for the National Teacher of the Year. Mrs. Ralph.
Thank you, guys. Sit down. So Marshall College knows the value of teamwork. In 1970, the Marshall College football team was traveling home from a football game. They had chartered a flight, and tragically, that flight crashed into a hill, killing 37 of the football players and most of the coaching staff. Marshall College was devastated by this loss, and they decided to discontinue the football program. There were a handful of people that knew the value of the team. They said Marshall College needs somewhere that they could go and rally behind, someone to represent the school. So they went to the athletic director and said, we really, really want you to reinstate this football program. Convinced him to do so. They had to go to the NCAA and ask for permission to play freshman football players on varsity, because at that time it was against the rules to do that. They had to go to the JV football team and convince them that they were good enough to play varsity. varsity. They had to go recruit some people who were sure to be a part of a losing team. But you know what? All of that happened. And in 1971, Marshall College trekked out their new football team, and they won that first game. The rest of the story for that year wasn't so good. They only won 2 games that year. But you know what? They had a team, and the college rallied around them. This year, in 2014, Marshall College has a record of 11-1. This Saturday, they're going to play for the conference championship. One of the reasons I love Dodge City High School is because we know the value of team. Please look at faculty, staff, and administration. Y'all, I love the way we collaborate together. I love that we push each other to be better. We make each other uncomfortable so that we grow. I love that we support each other with technology. When we're not good at it, we seek people that are. I love that we rally around each other when there is personal tragedy. We are not only a team, we're a family. You guys are awesome. Students, you rock my world. You guys are awesome. I walk around this building every day and see the value of teams. I love that I can walk around and I see students working on projects together to learn a concept. I see football players at soccer games and soccer players at football games. I see a band that marches when it's cold and it's dark and they're practicing to get better. I see facts kids that learn from culinary geniuses and then they share that gift with people that visit our school. I see our choir that practices and then they share their gifts with our community. That's only a few examples, student body, but you need to know that your work is not unnoticed. You work as a team, Dodge City High School, and I would put you up against any high school in this state. You're the best, my friend. You are the best. Ladies and gentlemen, we are something special. Dodge City High School, my friends, you are something special. And I am deeply, deeply honored to be a part of you all. Thank you.
One more time, the 2015 Kansas Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Ralph.
We're going to bring out the Stuco Vice President, Victor Valdez. He has some words to make sure that you guys keep rocking and living.
Hi guys, I'm Victor Valdez and I'm the Vice President of Student Council, and I came to talk to you about SAFE, which stands for Seatbelts Are For Everyone. It's a program that Officer Olson started this year, and basically what we do is we set up a table during lunch, and everybody can go and sign up to pledge to always wear their seatbelt, and at the end of the month we draw out some names and they get a gift card of $20 or $25, and we have some names right now.
Okay, you guys need to come down and find me after the pep assembly. You'll get your $25 gift card. We're going to take a picture. So after the pep assembly, we need Faith Miller, Tony Quinones, Tila Perez, Gabby Mendoza, Maria Manuelos, Anna Muehlberg, Eric Hernandez, and Hannah Harold. So come find me after the pep assembly. You guys will get your gift cards for being safe drivers. I also, next Thursday, we have something going to go, and that is the floor show. And the floor show will start at 7 p.m. December 11th. You get your tickets Monday in the athletic office, and you get your t-shirts from Mr. Maple in T246. Okay? So, we are here for a pep assembly. We recognize Ms. Ralph. She talked about teamwork. We got a team in action tonight, and that team is your Dodge City High School wrestling team. They'll take on Colby tonight in the Hall of Fame duel, and they return 8 state qualifiers, 3 state placers, and a returning state champion in Clay Wild. The wrestlers have 7 wrestlers that are currently ranked in 6A state rankings. So come on out, it's going to be a good duel. We recognize a former Dodge City great in Troy Keysweater, and you'll see your wrestlers under the spotlight at 7 p.m. If you're here by 6:45, you get your free McDonald's in the student section. And Mr. Pelton, we also got some other people that are going to be in action.
Hey, that's right. We've got the basketball teams that are going to be in action. Let's have our freshman basketball team stand on up where you are. Freshman boys and freshman girls. Where are our freshman basketball team? There they are. The freshman boys and girls basketball teams will kick off our home basketball action next week with the freshman basketball tournament taking place here on Tuesday and Saturday of next week. Tomorrow, our varsity and JV teams kick off their action. Our varsity and JV basketball teams heading to Manhattan and Junction for a opening weekend up there. They'll be in action next week, right here in the field house when they take on Woodward for the home opener next Friday. Hey, are we ready to play some games?
That's right. We have a game today.
Are you ready, everybody?
We got some participants.
This section, right? Ready to play a game?
Come on. You know, these winter sport athletes, they got to get warmed up because things are getting started, like today. We need to make sure that they're ready to go. We got to make sure they're warmed up and they're active and they're excited for the season to get started.
All right, so we got some representatives from the winter sports teams to play the game. Why don't you guys come on out, stand up.
Let's get our 6 basketball players, boys basketball, 6 girls basketball, and 6 wrestlers to come on down and see our varsity cheerleaders who are going to get us all set together.
Okay, so they know what they're doing already, but they're going to join hands. They have to move a hula hoop around the circle without letting go. Then they're all going to crowd walk down to this end of the court.
Down here with us.
Down here.
Once they're going to have to pair up and find a way to pop 5 balloons between 2 people. And then once all the balloons are popped, only 2 of them will be able to touch this floor. They got to carry the rest of their team back, but only 2 of them can touch the floor.
Only 2. 2. 1, 2.
Boys basketball, you guys ready?
There they are.
Girls basketball, you guys ready? Wrestlers, you guys ready? Cheerleaders, are we ready? On your mark, get set, hula hoop.
Cheer on your favorite team.
Here they go.
We got the Eagles coming to town tonight. We need them to know that this is demon territory, so make some noise.
This also surely makes you wish that you would have paid more attention in It's okay. You can go ahead and run on down there.
All right, hey, don't forget, again, winter sports getting started tonight right here at the field house with the varsity wrestlers.
All right, before we do class chants, we're going to ask Bryce Unruh how he won.
Well, I'd like to dedicate our win to Coach Foster, Coach Hamilton, Coach Moore for working us hard in the weight room. So shout out to you. And then we were ambitious. We were hungry for that win.
All right, they're going to be hungry when they face Manhattan and Junction City this weekend. The wrestlers are hungry for a win tonight. Come on out.
And now before we go to class chants, we've got a special presentation by Miss Feist, Mr. Lampy, and Mr. Steiner. They're going to hula hoop for us while we do the class chants, so it works out fine. Come on out if you want to. All right, here we go. Are you ready for class chants, ladies and gentlemen?
All right, we've got Miss Spice. Here comes Mr. Steiner. Wrestling tonight, freshman basketball tournament, kicking off on Tuesday. Varsity and JV in action next Friday. We need everybody to know that this is our house.
Freshmen, are you ready? I heard a groan. Freshmen, are you ready? Cheerleaders, count them down. All right, it's time for that sophomore class to show off their pride.
All right, juniors, I have never stood at this end. Are you ready to do this? I thought somebody said no. Here we go, juniors, let's hear it.
They've been waiting patiently. Here they are. It's the class of 2015, the seniors!
Today,